Go live, stupid. If there's one thing this movie gets absolutely right, it's this. Judy Greer is one of our finest character actresses. She needs to be a lead more often. People don't use their Judy Greers properly, and this movie does. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And it's early review time, and that movie is The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. The Best Christmas Pageant Ever is based on the classic book, which has been adapted into TV movies, TV specials, a Broadway or a stage musical. It's from 1972, so it's a long time ago. And we now have this film adaptation. It is directed by Dallas Jenkins, who is perhaps best known as the creator of The Chosen. This film, what is the film about? Well, our narrator, voiced by Lauren Graham, yes, Lorelai Gilmore herself, tells us right off the bat that when she was a young girl, her name is Beth. The younger version of her is played by an actress by the name of Molly Bell Wright, who is quite good. She lived in a little town, probably the 1970s. There's one part where a kid has a pet rock at show and tell, so I'm guessing it's the 1970s. And they never specify. It's kind of that timeless sort of thing. Well, it's Christmas time, and this town takes their Christmas pageant, their nativity Christmas pageant, very, very seriously. Almost to a fault. A lot of the people in the community are stick in the muds, but the bane of this community's existence are a group of children known as the Herdmans, led by the sinister Imogene Herdman, played in, I think, a star-making turn from a young actress named Beatrice Schneider, who is very, very good here. She and her roving gang don't care about church. They would rather burn down the shed and smoke cigars. Yes, these kids smoke cigars and cause general mischief. But when an accident causes the usual head of this pageant to break both of her legs and not be able to do the pageant, Beth's mother, Grace, played by Judy Greer, steps in, much to the chagrin of not only her kids, but her lovably dorky husband, Bob, played by Pete Holmes, another national treasure. And she promises them, we're going to put on the best Christmas pageant ever. What they didn't expect, though, were the Herdmans, who come in not because of the whole Jesus thing, but because they want fame and glory. They decide, we're going to be in the nativity, and guess what? Imogene's going to be Mary, and we're going to take over the whole show. Can Grace steer the ship, or will this actually be the best Christmas pageant ever, or will the Herdmans quite literally burn it all down? It's going to be a lot of shenanigans and a lot of life lessons. Let the craziness begin. So, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever is a book I read in middle school, and so I don't really remember much about it. It's been a good 20 years since I read it. That being said, I went into this movie with big doubts. It looked to me from the advertising like nothing more than like a very Jesus-y take on something like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or something like that. Much to my surprise, I walked into this movie, early review, no reviews have been counted. It's still no reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. It doesn't come out till next week. So I'm one of the first people here to talk about it to you. I went into this movie with big doubts and found myself smiling almost all the way through. I kind of love The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. This feels like a throwback to the kind of kids' films and family films that they don't make anymore. These kind of films, like I'm thinking like A Christmas Story or Snow Day, or more recently, the really, really underappreciated movie adaptation of How to Eat Fried Worms from like 2005. These movies that the kids act like actual kids. Like, they actually act like the little monsters they are. But at the same time, the movie has a religious message that is non-exclusionary. It's not corny. It doesn't make you gag. But at the same time, it is there. And it actually has a message that more Christians unfortunately, in this country should learn, which is to welcome the outsider, not to be exclusionary, to not, to love, because guess what? My boy Jesus loved everybody, even the troublemakers. And that's what this movie's about. Is it's about community and joy. At the same time, it also is surprisingly pretty funny. I mean, there are parts where I genuinely laughed out loud. There's a few, especially involving the shenanigans these mean kids get into. There's some surprisingly edgy jokes, surprisingly edgy jokes, including among them the fact that these kids literally smoke cigars. Like, that's just, that image to me is just kind of funny in and of itself. But then the way they kind of build that running gag out is very, very funny. So yeah, really funny movie, surprisingly witty. William Bibiani, Bibbs as they call him, who's like a review person I'm sort of acquainted with. He saw the film and he said it best. He said, "This is a surprisingly irreverently reverent." Yep, yeah, it's a good way of putting it. And that's exactly what it is. It has a nice edge to its humor. It feels like kids' movies from the 80s or 90s, where you could really lean into some of the edgier parts of humor while still keeping it for kids. You know what I mean? So, I really dug The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. Is it a perfect movie? I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't quite go that far. I think sometimes it is breezy and pacey almost to a fault. And there's it's about 90 minutes, and it does move well. It's a very well-paced movie. But there are times where it moves a little too fast for its own good. Also, I think that there is a bit of a logistical error, and that might be in the source material. Again, I haven't read it in 20 years, involving how the ending of the film plays out in relation to everything that's set up in regards to putting on this pageant. That's all I'm going to say, but it was kind of a bit of a lot to like, how are you pulling that off? That's a little bit of a problem. But otherwise, this is a surprisingly good movie. Also, I want to, again, shout out Beatrice Schneider, who plays Imogen Herdman. She is a very talented young actress. This is the first thing I've ever seen her in, and she's really good here. Like, genuinely really good here. Kind of underplaying it, too. Like, she does a good job of making this otherwise kind of cardboard, on paper kind of cardboard bully character a real human being with, like, dimension and, and integrity and strength beyond her years. This kid has talent. So, like, good for you, kid. Also, it's always nice to see Lauren Graham. It's always nice to see Pete Holmes. They're always, fun. So yeah, overall, I really, really surprisingly dug The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. And I'm not going to go all the way, but I'm going to go pretty far, you guys. I'm going to give The Best Christmas Pageant Ever 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is one of the better faith-based-ish movies out there. It's really, really good. So yeah, Best Christmas Pageant Ever. It opens next Friday, November 8th. Go check it out. It's really good. So yeah, Best Christmas Pageant Ever. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Let's click the book on it. And trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. For King and Country, A Drummer Boy Live. This is a concert film they're doing for the band For King and Country. That looks pretty good. The Unbreakable Boy. Wasn't this supposed to come out like literally 3 years ago? I'm not kidding. I think this was supposed to come out like 3 years. I started getting trailers for this like in 2020. I don't know why this is only now coming out. I don't know. That's it for the trailers. On our screening, we did have some making of, some bloopers, some interviews. We also had like a 3-minute scene from the upcoming season of The Chosen. So that's also would, I guess, be included in there. But yeah, otherwise no trailers. But yeah, that's it. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, that is it. We will be back right after this for a review of Singham Again, the other Bollywood film from this week. And then I gotta go. Yeah, because I gotta go. I have 3 movies tonight that we're gonna review probably tomorrow night. I'm saying tomorrow night, probably later on in the night. So look forward tomorrow night for reviews for Hit Pig, John Wick, which is back in theaters for its 10th anniversary, The Carpenter, speaking of Jesus movies, and I didn't forget, I promise, Nora, the latest from Sean Baker. So we'll have a review of that. Also, we'll have reviews on Tuesday for music by John Williams, and finally, From the Vault, A Real Pain. So that's coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything at either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of the best Christmas pageant ever? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? I think my opinion's good. I think I'm full of shit. Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Made mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.